Okay, so this is 1.4, number 9, and it says find the next three terms, that's first, then identify the common difference, that's next, then write a recursive function and an explicit function for each sequence. Note that n is 1 and not 0. Okay, so here's what I have to say. Don't do these things in order. Because the very first thing I would do is not find the next three terms. The first thing I would do is find the common difference. Because in order for me to find the next three terms, I need to know what the common difference is. That makes sense, right? So what the common difference is, and by the way, when I see this word common difference, this tells me, hey, I'm a line. Hey, I'm a line. Or I'm arithmetic. Most importantly, it tells me y equals mx plus b, which, by the way, I love. Why do you love y equals mx plus b, Ms. Johnson? Because I'm so used to using it and I've seen it over and over again. When I see problems like this, I'm like, I can do this. Okay, so common difference first. Common difference is what I have to add to each number or subtract. I have to add to each number to get to the next term. So here it looks like I'm adding 4. So that's me saying, I know how to get from 3 to 7, it's plus 4. Don't guarantee that though. You have to actually check the rest of the data, right? The rest of the terms. So is it true that 7 plus 4 is 11? Yes. And is it true that 11 plus 4 is 15? Yes. And is it true that 15 plus 4 is 19? And the answer is yes. So yay, I found the common difference. So that's check. So common difference, perfect. It's also called the slope, so I will be labeling him as 4. He, you will notice, is the star of the show. He, m equals to 4, is the star of the show. You'll see him showing up over and over and over. So then it says to find the next three terms. Now I can do that, right? I can actually find the next three terms by just adding 4 to each previous one, which is exactly your recursive function, right? So, well, let's just continue. So 19 plus 4 is 23. 23 plus 4 is 27, and 27 plus 4 is 31. Okay, so there are my next three terms. Boom, boom, boom. So I did this, check. I did this, check. Now it says to write a recursive function. And for some reason, you guys are comfortable with this. And recursive, if you think about it, is actually, it makes more sense. Recursive already lives here. I've done all the work for recursive, not for explicit. I haven't finished the work for explicit. So, hey, Ms. Johnson, what does that mean? Well, you know how here I was saying, like, this is how you find the next term. It's plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. Well, that's exactly what recursive formula is. So in order to find the recursive formula, okay, the very first thing I say is I need the first term. So I say f of 1 equals 2. And what is my first term? Oh, it's 3. Okay, so you want me to write 3 there, Ms. Johnson? Yes, write 3. Because the first term is 3. Yes. Okay, the second part of it is how you explain how to get to the next term. And we already calculated that we're just going to add 4 each time. So in regular people's words, we would say something like this. Next equals previous plus 4. Oh man, Miss Johnson, there's that 4 again. I kind of want to put them in that same color. So hold on a second. Kind of want to put them in that same color. Man, Miss Johnson, there he is again. It's plus 4. Yeah, I told you he's the star of the show. He shows up here. He shows up here. He shows up here. And that's right. He's going to show up here. Again, star of the show. Okay. So, but Ms. Johnson, you said that you wanted us to write it like in function notation. You're right. And so the way I would write this in function notation just goes like this. Next is f of n. Previous. Now, this is where students don't get it. So take your time here. If you know that today is the 16th, right? What was the previous day's date? Well, it's the 15th, Miss Johnson. Very good. So how did you figure that out? Oh, I just subtracted 1. Exactly. So we write f of n, and then I'm just going to put a -1 in this different color. just so you see, n minus 1. Exactly. And then you just add 4? Yes. And then you just add 4. And I'm going to choose that color again because, again, star of the show. He keeps showing up, Miss Johnson. You're right. He is the star of the show. So where did you get that -1, Miss Johnson? Well, that's how you talk about previous, right? What number is previous to 10? Well, it's 9. Why? Because you subtracted 1. Okay. So this is recursive. Right? It's going to feel a little funny to write it first time. Don't worry. Just get more comfortable. Every single time, just learn one more thing about this. Okay. In terms of explicit, explicit. Explicit is using this equation, y equals mx plus b. So you want me to write y equals mx plus b? Okay. And then you just plug in the numbers that you know. Okay. Oh, Miss Johnson, it's M again. You're right. So I'm going to choose that same color. I'm going to put 4. And notice here, the y, the equals, and the x all stay. Now B, I've told you before, B, this guy here, is your y-intercept. He's when x is equal to 0, right? B is your y-intercept when x is equal to 0. Sorry, this is going to catch up. It's not catching up. Come on, computer, you can do it. I believe in you. There it goes. So where is x is equal to 0? I don't know, Miss Johnson, but this is the first term. So this is what I keep saying, like you have to do the backwards thing, like go backwards. So if this is the first term, I need to know the guy right in front of him, which is the 0th term. So I'm thinking, okay, now instead of adding 4, I'm going to go backwards, which means subtracting 4. Oh, you want -1, basically. So how did we get -1? I just did 3 subtract 4 is my -1. So you want me to put -1 right there? Exactly. Yes, I did. Okay, so then I put -1. And so this is your answer here. Notice, again, if you can tell me the common difference, do you see how much of the equations you already have? So that means you just need to understand this part, the first term, and this part, how to find your 0th term. And really, that's these two guys right here. All right, that's all I have for you. Oh, last thing, sorry, I just want to show you really quick. So how would you check your answer? That's a big deal in my land, right? How do I check my answer? I would pick one of these random guys, maybe 4 and 15. 4 and 15, and I would make sure that that works. If I wanted to find the 4th term, I would take the 3rd term, the previous term, and add 4. Is that true? 11 plus 4 is 15. Woohoo! These are right. The second way is me plugging in here, and this is just me checking, okay? The reason why I want to check it is because I told you I'm a little greedy when it comes to my points. I want to make sure that I'm right and right and right and right. So when I'm checking my answer, it kind of looks like this. Y equals 4x minus 1. And I'm going to check it with the point 4, comma 15, meaning that point up here, right? So I'm going to literally plug in 4 as my x to see if 15 comes out as my y, right? And my computer is a little slow. It's tired, maybe. There it goes. So I'm going to plug stuff in here. I'm going to keep my 4 for my x and 15 as my y. And I want to see if that's true. So I will go like this. I will go equals 4 parentheses minus 1. This is just more substitution. And I'm going to put that x here, and I'm going to put that y here. And I want to see if it's true. Right? And so it looks like it's going to be true because I got 16 minus 1. Is that true? Is 16 take away 1, 15? Is that true? And you're like, yes. And then so Ms. Johnson draws a really big happy face because she's very excited because you can't take any points for me. Yay, Ms. Johnson. Okay. That's all I got for you guys. Have a great day.